Hey kids, I meant to show this the other day, but I forgot. There's something here that was made a while back. It was my first attempt at a mountain dulcimer, and if you know anything about dulcimers, they're probably one of the few really original instruments by the Europeans, and many of the Scots and the Irish who settled the Appalachian Mountains. That's totally indigenous to North America. This particular one that I made, it's not perfect, but it was sure fun making it. Now most of them have 4 strings. There are some 3 strings. And I got the tuner knobs off an old guitar I found laying alongside the curb in somebody's trash pile, so they were instantly scarfed up. But it's fun making this stuff out of scrap, because it means a whole lot more to you when you make it, and instead of just going to wherever, your local guitar store, music store, or internet, and buying some prefab thing. The traditional Delta bluesmen back in the 20s and 30s, like Robert Johnson and all them, they started out just making their own instruments out of just wherever they could find. And if you got a spare moment, go on the internet and look up cigar box guitars. And if you're anything like me, you'll get hooked on that. But maybe one of these days here I'll play something for you on this dulcimer. But in the meantime, I want to convey a little story here about my good friend Mr. Evan Williams. Me and Evan, we go back quite a while. And let me convey a story here that happened to you. Back in 1979 or maybe 80, I was out celebrating a divorce from my first wife, and that's when I run into and made the acquaintance of Mr. Evan Williams. To make a long story short, the following morning at the crack of dawn, I was in my brand new Buick, brand spanking new. I woke up out in the middle of a cow field full of Holstein milk cows. I had no idea where in the hell I was at. I looking around, my head was hurting. Mr. Evans Williams is laying there on the seat, empty bottle, and I seen all these goddamn cows. And this one in particular walked right over to my open window, warm summer morning, looked in the window, and it goes, moo. And, to this day, I still vividly remember, it just burned into my memory, thinking to myself at that moment, either that's a cow, or that's the ugliest goddamn woman I ever picked up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And to this day, I still laugh at that. But those were fond memories, in a way. I wonder how many other pastures that people have woken up in and had similar instances. If you do, or if you have had, I would appreciate knowing about it. Thanks. Have a good one, and we'll get back to the other projects here in a little bit.